Hey, and welcome to List Hounds. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the most insane heists ever committed on our green earth, all of which are still completely unsolved to this day. That means no one knows where all this wealth went. Not one has been captured, and nothing has ever been returned. From heists in the hundreds of millions to devious hackers, mystery foreign bank accounts, heists that occurred as recent as 2016, and even heists that robbed every single person living in the United States personally. We've called this list the top 5 most expensive unsolved heists, not because of their complexity or their sentimental value. We're basing this list off monetary value, as in which crooks made it away with the biggest unsolved steals. So, sit back, make sure you know where your wallet is, and get ready for the top 5 most expensive unsolved heists. Number 5. The Antwerp Diamond Heist. Even at the top of our list, we're cracking 100 million. The Antwerp World Diamond Centre is basically the mecca for diamonds. It's a series of underground vaults in Antwerp that contain enough diamonds to get every girl on Facebook engaged 10 times over. Why are diamonds so expensive again? Anyway, with Ocean's 11's precision, a team of 5 individuals carried out reconnaissance beforehand, executed a flawless heist, and escaped without a trace, stealing $100 million worth of diamonds, gold, and jewellery. When we said Ocean's 11, we weren't kidding. Investigations have shown that the team trained rigorously using a replica of the vault. They even went so far as to put up a trading business front where the replica vault was being held so no one would bat an eye. With a $700 per month price tag on the front rent, the $100 million heist was a pretty good trade-off. Number 4. The Bangladesh Bank Heist. This next heist, executed by international hackers, narrowly beats out the Antwerp robbery by a measly $1 million, landing this heist's dollar amount at $101 million. Now, $1 million is huge for most people like you and me, but when we're talking about international hackers, they'll take whatever they can get their hands on. On February the 5th, 2016, hackers colluded with government officials in Bangladesh to rip $101 million right from Bangladesh's account with the US Federal Reserve Bank. But this wasn't a one-and-done situation. These hackers took their time and enjoyed themselves. Hacking in days before the actual heist, hackers stole PIN and transfer information and security clearance information in order to circle back and steal the cool $101 million in one fell swoop. The money then went on a little vacation to the Philippines, where black market aficionados laundered the money into casinos before ultimately making their way into overseas accounts, which we all know are virtually untouchable. The worst part? Authorities didn't even know about this until almost a month later. Blame has been squarely pointed at the government of Bangladesh for holding on to credentials loosely, even though this information was incredibly private. At least now the hackers will have enough money to pay for all their World of Warcraft accounts. Number 3. The Harry Winston Heist. Coming in at $108 million, this 2008 heist will go down in history as one of their more action-packed and bizarre heists in recent memory. We're going to give you a moment to prepare yourself. You ready? This heist was pulled off by 4 men dressed as women who broke into a jewelry store minutes before closing, took employees and customers hostage, smashed open cases, and went off with a suitcase full of diamonds. This bling-hungry gaggle of criminal cross-dressers caused the Harry Winston stock to plummet 9% the next day. Best of all, not a single shot was fired. Again, seems to borrow a lot from these artists because the literal group that investigators are looking into is called the Pink Panthers. Number 2. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum Heist. Back in 1990, as all of Boston was completely distracted with the events of St. Patrick's Day, crooks dressed as Boston police officers stole over a dozen works of priceless art, including pieces by Rembrandt, Manet, Degas, and others. Now, we've cracked 9 figures, but this is a bit of a job, at over $500 million. Strangely, Boston has decided to leave the empty frames up in the museum, the logic being that perhaps the paintings will be returned someday. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. What I am sure about is that someone out there is pitching this movie to Matt Damon and Mark Wahlberg right now. Number 1. The heist that robbed everyone in America. The coveted number 1 spot. $500 million was a bit of a jump, but we're going to leap a little higher this time. What if we told you that Iraq stole $6 billion from US taxpayers? Would you believe it? Post-war Iraq has seen a pretty wide mix of people vie for control of the region. Lines are crossed, communication gets mixed up, a lot of international funds are flying around, and suddenly $6 billion from Congress disappears. In fact, the money disappeared so fast and without a trace that there's been little interest in any kind of investigation. People seem to forget about it. Maybe that's because the money didn't directly come from government officials and agencies. Because it's taxpayer money, it came from everyday citizens. What you get when you steal from 300 million people at the same time? $6 billion in the largest unsolved heist of all time. That's our list of the most insanely expensive unsolved heists. What do you think of the heists in our countdown? Are there any we missed? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you like today's list, drop us a like. And if you haven't gotten enough, don't forget to subscribe to List Hounds and check out our other videos.